Alright, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, I got a quick little update style video. I'm running a little bit short on time today, and I just want to put out a video for the day. And what we're going to be looking at is well, it's not quite OP07 yet, but this is like up to EB01 currently. And soon OP07 will be out in the East, I think in a matter of like a week at the time of me recording this video. So again, just to kind of show you guys where I'm at, if you go to onepiecetopdecks.com, go to deck list, excuse me, and then go over to 500 years into the future, which is the EB01 and prior sets, and then, oh, here it is right here. OP07 format decks are going to start February 24th. Okay, guys, y'all see that here. So, but real quick, what I want to say is look at how much variety we're seeing in the pre-OP07 release. Like, look at these decks, guys. We're looking at yellow Katakuri, red purple Law, and notice a lot of these are first place. Some are top 2 or top 4, top 2. There might be a few. there might be a few top 16 decks. No, there's not. So these are all top 4 or better, right? Like, you know, first, second, third, or fourth. Sorry, sorry about that. Okay, so there are some incredible options going on. Look at this. We've got purple yellow Croc going 5-0 at some type of tournament, a flagship tournament. ST13 Law, 7-0, 5-0, 7-1. All pretty big turnouts at you know, or all pretty good results at decent sized turnouts, clearly. Black Yellow Luffy, y'all know I'm excited about this. We've got some Katakuri in there. We've got some Blue Black Sakazuki. Those are in here. Some Red Yellow Sabo. Look at this, randomly 5-0 at a 32 player tournament. Edward Newgate. Excuse me. And more Katakuri, some Gecko Moria. You know, we are seeing some of the familiar faces, some green, yellow Yamato. But guys, this looks like the most variation we've seen in any format. Like in a format, period. You know, like I think, I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe what was it, OP04.5, when they banned a bunch of the red cards. That might be the only time it was more diverse, or have more variety, but probably not, honestly. Because look at this, there's just more leaders in the game now too. Green Uda, and it's like we're starting to see something from every single color pop up. And I wanted to make today's video. First of all, I wanted to make a quick video for the day, and it was in reference to something. You know, I have a Discord, and anytime you guys want to hop on there, the link will be in my About Me of my YouTube channel. So hop in anytime. You know, everyone's welcome who wants to talk about One Piece. We chill in there and have a good time. And the topic kind of came up. We were just kind of talking back and forth, like how balanced was the meta. Excuse me. And we were really talking about going into OP06, where it looks like Perona, it looks like green, yellow Yamato, Gecko Moria, Katakuri, NL, and Sakazuki were going to be like the kings. But that's still pretty good, right? Like, yeah, there's a few colors that are left out a little bit, like red, a little bit of purple, of course. But everything else is kind of accounted for. Yellow, black, green, and blue. Blue to a lesser extent through Sakazuki, right? But still, guys, like, looking forward, I think we're going in the right direction. Because, like, for red decks, just looking at, you know, the pre-OP07 release, and again, we don't know how OP07 is going to be, and to be completely fair, none of these are major tournaments, so we don't quite know what's going to happen there. But pre-OP07, EB01 with ST13 and OP06, guys, this looks incredibly healthy. That's all I'm going to say is this format looks incredibly healthy. Yellow decks in NL and well, actually, I just see, yeah, no, here's an NL. NL, Katakuri, green decks in Uda, red, purple, ST10 Law, purple, yellow Croc, green Uda, I already said, red, what's his name, Edward Newgate, red, yellow Sabo, purple, green Dofi getting second place at a 64-player tournament, Perona getting second place at a 64-player tournament, just all kinds of stuff. Surprisingly, I don't see any Reiju, but who knows, maybe that's just taking a back step for, you know, a back seat for now. Iceberg getting a first place at a flagship. I'm not going to say much about that. Red, green Odin. I think this is going to get even better in OP07. The red, green Odin and red, green Law. They're probably going to be pretty nice. And yeah, even Nami randomly, Gecko Moria. I think I said that. I might not have mentioned it. But just all kinds of incredibly diverse meta. So I want to know what y'all think about this, guys. Does it look like? And here's even Queen, by the way. Even Queen's popping up in here randomly. Here's a red, green Law. And a few others back here, some of the usual suspects with Odin. So what do you guys think, guys? Like, are we about to enter into, like, now, like I said, OP06 is coming out for us in about a month or a little less than a month, something like that. So yes, we are going to have a point of OP06, but guys, just using the East as a guide, and I understand that doesn't mean everything. You know, the East does play a little bit differently than us. They have a little bit of a different style. But I've mentioned these stats before in previous videos, or I think in a previous video. Look at this. Katakuri, 32 results, 62 on Sakazuki, Enel 24, Yamato 24, and then Gecko Moria 63, Reiju 15, Perona 13, 12 Newgates, 3 Zoros, excuse me, Red Purple Law, and I don't see green Uda on here, right here actually. 5 green Udas, and now that we know how strong Uda is, because we've had more time to develop the meta from the East, like, I think Uda's going to be even more of a representation for us. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe not. But yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, I honestly think that going into this format right here, like, yes, there is a lot of yellow and black. Those are the 2 primary colors. But it's not just one color. It's like you have yellow and black battling it out, and then adding other colors to help you out. For example, like yellow and green, or black and blue with Sakazuki. Or in this case with Reiju, blue and purple. Perona, black and green. Right? And then there's the Rogue, Zoros, and Newgates coming in. Just all kinds of cool stuff here. Red Purple Law, like I said, had 5. Uda has 5. That's just mono green. Perona was black and green. And yeah, just I don't know. All I'm saying is this, guys. I think that things do not look that bad. I've heard a lot of people just, you know, doom and gloom, just really kind of just going crazy about how things are and how they're imbalanced, how certain cards need to be banned. And I just want to kind of breathe a little bit of fresh air into the argument. Like, hey, guys, it's really not as bad as it seems. Like, we see tournaments like this, right? Where, like, oh, look, Sakazuki got first place in this tournament right here. It's like, well, yeah, this was a 3-on-3, so of course it was going to get first place with someone else, like Yamato and this and L. Gecko Moria, 213 player flagship, first place. I've gone through this list before. Like, when you look at all the top placings, let me go through here. This 1,500 player tournament, green, yellow, Yamato. Then there was a big tournament up here somewhere. That's a 3v3. Where is it? No, this is smaller. 450 plus. This one was a Reiju, first place. I'm just saying, guys, I think things are fine right now. Like, I don't think there's any reason to be upset. Like, yeah, and here's a where is it? Here's the Perona, first place. I just think, guys, that we can make stuff happen currently in the West. I don't think it has to just be Sakazuki and that's it. Like, yeah, Sakazuki should be a mainstay in the current format because it's like the strongest control deck, right? Of course, absolutely. And it won over in the East. It did. I don't, you know, I'm just kind of zipping through all these. I'm looking on the right here. Here we go. Here's a 500 player tournament. First place actually was Yamato. It wasn't even it doesn't even look like there was a top 8 Sakazuki. Okay, excuse me. There were 2 top 8 Sakazukis in this list. And then the rest we had Edward Newgate, Katakuri, Gecko Moria. Just all over the place. And all I'm trying to say is, yes, things could improve. And if you look at what we were just looking at in OP07, or I should call it pre-OP07, like EB01, things are looking very healthy right here. I mean, does anyone disagree? Like, let me ask that. Going into EB01, I know I asked a bunch of questions, but this is probably my most important question, is going into EB01, does everyone agree that things are looking pretty good? Like, I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me what, I want to know what the general consensus is. Should I do a poll on this? Y'all ask in the comment section below if you want me to do a specific poll and what you want to be in it. I can do that. But yeah, guys, like I said, I just wanted this to be a pretty quick video. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Are things looking worse to you? Are things looking better? How can things improve? Do we really need to ban restrictions? I want to know what you guys have to say. I'm going to tell you my personal opinion, and don't let it affect yours. You tell me what you think. In my personal opinion, I don't think any bans or restrictions are needed because of how OP07 looks, because of how EB01 going into OP07 looks. Now, again, we still need to see the results from the major tournaments in OP07, but looking at just, you know, looking at the precursors, looking at the predictions here, man, this is the most diverse I think I've seen any game ever. I don't know if any game has this much variation in the meta. And realistically, not all these are going to be S tier decks. Like, realistically, going into OP07, it'll probably be Katakuri and an L. Whoops, where's an L? Right there. Udo will probably be high, top of A tier, maybe bottom of S tier. Red Purple Law will probably remain in the S tier conversation that people are starting to talk about it in, going into OP07, not OP06. I think Red Yellow Sabo is going to be maybe bottom of A tier. Sakazuki will probably remain S tier. Gecko Moria will probably actually fall down a little bit to A tier because it just doesn't really get much. Katakuri we already talked about. I think Yellow Green Yamato is still going to be pretty much the exact same. This will probably stay in like either bottom of S tier or top of A tier. And yeah, and maybe that's what I'll do. I'm really not one to do tier lists, but with the way the game's going, maybe it's time for me to start getting on that bandwagon. I hate to say it like that, but y'all know what I mean. Maybe Croc is going to enter into the A tier list. Maybe. You know, question mark? Black Yellow Luffy. And then consider that in closing. I really need to rush this video. I'm sorry, guys. In closing, consider this. Okay, we have Luffy right here. If we get rid of Gecko Moria, like, because, okay, the main cards people are talking about banning are or restricting are Tin Cost Linlin, Gecko Moria, Rebecca, Hina, Lucci, and there's probably a few others, like Beige. I think Beige was one of them. A few triggers. There's like a few cards that pop up, right? Well, if we get rid of Gecko Moria, all of a sudden this Luffy deck just falls apart. Because, like, I mean, Gecko Moria is the staying power in the deck, right? For those who don't know, Gecko Moria is an automatic 4-of because of the way it interacts. Sakazuki, by the way, guess what? It won't be affected probably at all. It'll just replace these Gecko Morias with whatever it had before, what, like the 10 cost, what's his name? The 10 cost Kaido. And it'll distribute cards elsewhere, like 2 more Kuzans. It just, you know, and then these Helm Epos would go for obvious reasons. I just hope they're really careful with what they ban. And then if you get rid of Katakuri, or excuse me, 10 cost Charlotte Linlin, then does Katakuri kind of disappear? Because why would you even play this deck now? Why not just play NL at that point? I don't know. And again, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Or maybe it's going to get restricted. You know, lots of options, lots of possibilities. Cannot wait to play with this card right here. Goodness gracious, this card's going to be so good for the decks that I like to play. Same with Kikanojo. Okay, I'm done rambling, guys. This was just a quick little, you know, meta watch style video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. And until next time, guys, peace.